overall. Corporate side is just dropping the bar so far. Yeah. The least that we can do here is, of course, we have platforms enough on social media. I'm of course not being shy about it. I'm making my disgruntled nature of just, really, you guys? Can we just treat game devs with a little bit of compassion and respect and let them not have to crunch the next big hit? Oh, yeah, sure, that... Oh, gosh darn it. Sure, that play's gonna be heard by everybody in the world. And of course, that's going to cause riveting changes across the entire gaming market. Not I'm one voice in a sea. That still is a huge sea of voices that hopefully can inspire change one of these days. Until then, I'll just make a disgruntled sigh and just say, well, that's the gaming industry. Well, that's the gaming industry, guys. But just getting back to it. Yeah, no, Apex isn't in a bad state itself. Like, it still is a top game. Actually, I say that, funny enough, when I think I literally saw some charts saying how it dropped out of the top 10 Steam games. Or, yeah, or just rather top 10 games in general at the moment. Which is funny and sad. And then I looked over and once again, there's games like, I think if I remember seeing COD was sitting at a very comfortable number 2. And it's just, Zoomer shooters. I cannot compete with the COD kitties nowadays, and that's Defiant has taught me that very much so. But getting back to the main lines of conversation here. Let's see here. Imagining what would have happened if companies stepped back and let devs be devs. There's reason that a lot of indie devs have been so much better, and that brought a good amount of hope when it came to like there's a bunch of cool things that have, of course, always been shown around, such as the indie section when it comes to any of like the summer game fests, or not summer game fest specifically, but you know, anything that comes by for supporting indie devs. So I'll use one good example of that being Outersoft. So that's Innersoft, creators of the Henry Stickmin, creators of what's his face, Among Us is what I was trying to say there, and I think publishers of the Henry Stickmin series, if I remember correctly as well, are making Outersoft, which is their own punt on supporting indie devs and everything like that. And that's really nice, considering how successful Among Us has been, and continues to always be in both pop culture and also just, you know, the fact that they're still pumping out updates for it and all, really just goes to show how much, you know, bank the game still is making on its own space itself, and how, you know, they're confident enough to keep releasing content for it without even working on anything too much more. It's really nice to see, yeah, one team that hadn't seen that didn't even see Among Us blow up for the longest of time, now going out of their way to support other indie creators or studios who could be in that same discovery phase of just waiting to blow up and be the next big thing or so. That's really sweet to see for the industry. And once again, of course, amidst all the layoffs and everything past that, the industry itself could just use a few W's every now and then. And that's just a feel-good story to see overall, you know? But, going back to that, so yeah, I want to really just see if I could get back into some shooters with some friends or so. Just straight up, I want to be able to just, exactly so, shoot the shit, not think about things too much with my boys, and just find something or two. I haven't gotten to play anything with Tuhu, exactly so, in forever, which does get my brain itching, because I remember he actually watched, he didn't play X-Defiant yet at the time until I recorded my first stream on it or so, and he was like, yeah, tell me how it is and everything like that or so. So I haven't given it my proper try yet. So maybe if he did like it enough, I can't remember, because I know he did try it, at this point in time now, I don't remember if he said he really liked it or not, or if it was just, you know, yeah, it's a simple enough shoot the shit game. But, you know, I'll just get opinions when it comes to, see how he's feeling. Otherwise, I can just easily pivot to the next shooter that isn't going to be a COD taking up my entire computer space of terabytes of data or so. But, once again, we'll just analyze and just see how things go overall then. after once the dust settles and once I find more time to really get to actually delegate out, hey, I'd say delegate out time for responses. I'd say responses, reaching out first and foremost, and then waiting for responses to request for, hey, you want to collab on a game, or hey, you just want to, yeah, exactly, so shoot the ship together. I mean, I guess Helldivers actually does perfectly fall into that alignment, considering I just played a little bit with Soul and Ein, both on and off stream. Well, Soul and I, for that extent overall. But okay, that's one side, but I was thinking about PvP. So yeah, on the COD side of things, there's XDefiant, there's Apex. I'm not a Valorant player, I'm not a CS player by any means or so. So those would effectively be locked out, even though those are very, you know, I don't know, some of the biggest games on the market, and will always continue to be no matter what. So maybe I could have to expand my wheelhouse sooner or later on that end. But it's honestly no biggie, Cruzy. It's not the end of the world when it comes to, and I'll find people who I can play these games along with. Then a game that I really need to find people to play with more is Eternal Return, all things considered. Considering how I have not really completed the battle passes, the current, the previous or the current one, and I could honestly use a future Drain partner, considering how that is my solo queue game by itself. Considering how I am playing 2 MOBA-esque games in Omega Strikers, so that is Air Hockey MOBA, and then Eternal Return, which is Battle Royale MOBA. That's another game that I just have to add to my constant docket list of games I need to just get more friends to play with, so as I can make content out of this, as always or so. But that's just, oh, so many games, so little time as always. Why did I put it like that if I'm just gonna block off one of the exact lines that I can start building on? That is a boneheaded move, Cruzy, but you're alright. Oh, I hesitated thinking about if I wanted to move it over, and that just bricked this completely. Well, I have zone to bail me out anyway, so no big deal. But it's his face. But once again, crux of the subject matter and all, I do want to see what other games I could potentially get collabs with again. At the very least, VR chat is very much so coming up, considering how Virtual Market is within this coming week. So on the 20th, we will be looking at so many streams and everything like that or so for myself. And whatever friends that might want to join around, maybe I could still catch Metsu before he dies from becoming a VTuber and retires from the VTubing end. Considering how I just talked about the cheat code earlier, but I'm going to be throwing that invite out anyway to all of my friends who have VR and such like that or so, so we'll just see how that goes. Imagine what would have happened if companies, oh wait, no, I already read that. That's still old message. But yeah, I'll just feel I'll flip things out, and most of all, it's just me playing my games. I really do just want to go back to those old shooter days though. It'd be real nice to do so. Yeah, I just thinking about it still. Sorry, I was just getting a Steam message, so I got a ping. I do want to go back. I do think I should be playing more Eternal Return again, because I enjoyed a good bit about that. And the only thing that makes my blood boil about it is always how much my computer chugs when I'm trying to play it. At least like loading wise. It's not that bad otherwise if I check my internet connection, but sometimes if I just see that I'm lagging in the pregame lobby, I just know, alright, I really cannot play the game tonight. It feels bad, but I think that's just more MOBA launchers and, you know, MOBAs in general, because I even have bad connection problems with the Omega Strikers, but that's not necessarily an OS at all times. That's also just my internet being absolute horse. But I mean, what more can I say at those points then? It is what it is, and the fact is I am the one that has to deal with it at the end of the day, so who's really the sucker? It's me. It's always unfortunately been me when it comes to it. But hey, we're just chilling out, we're getting through it. Ayo, bot stacking. I knew I'd get you in here if I played Tetris Effect. Hello, Amy. Well, I was playing it after I talked about it, I remember, with with you and Nuko, since y'all were talking about how, and Jonathan, was playing until he won one against you, and then he never did. He's probably still stuck in the catatonic state of how the heck could he never, how the heck he never won anything at all or so, funny enough. It just had me thinking, and quite frankly, like I led at the beginning of the stream, I haven't had a good time to necessarily catch up with everybody on my viewer side for just, you know, current topics, anything interesting comes to mind, or also just, yeah, generally chilling out, getting to interact with everybody again casually, and just saying what's on my mind concerning life at the moment, you know? About time to use zone? Probably. But I just wanted to build some, I just want to have some space for the lines and all, dude. Just want some space. At least I can clear the way a little bit here. But I don't feel happy about it. I still got through the stage, so that's fine enough. He did not take a round, but he had fun learning, so I'm glad. There you go. So I remember I played way too much, yeah, Puyo Puyo Tetris on my Switch back then, because I had my high school friends and college friends, both in groups and all, to really think for that end. But just getting to, I guess you could say, grinding those skills up overall. But I'm just, once again, casual enough player. Compared to you, with your own experience and all, yeah, no, I'm not also gonna stack up. But I would love to maybe, one of these days, if I could maybe link up with y'all, I'd get to, yeah, just play around casually and just shoot the shit, have some fun, exactly so. Also, funny enough, at work, I got to see Vulture today. They just passed by, and I only got to greet them briefly because I was helping a customer. But hey, that's another member of, so that's, if I had a nickel for every member of our arcade group that I saw today, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird to say that it's happened twice already today. Yeah, they just dropped by. After I finished with my customer, I tried to see if like they stopped by the food court or so, but I just never saw them again. So, I'm guessing they only just, you know, peeked in, gave Cruzy a jump scare, and then just said, "Peace, I'm out of here." Smile. Yeah, how are you doing, Amy? You didn't miss much on this episode of What the Heck is Cruzy talking about now. I was just talking about the game industry, and also just my content. Game industry as in layoffs and everything like that, and content as in, man, I really wish I could play some games of, more games with friends and all, but I just haven't had the time to set up a co-op date, nor are some of the games that I'd like to play, like shooters or so, like Apex, as popular with my current friend groups, or rather, you know, like, I wouldn't say dwindling, it's just more like dwindling interest on that side when it comes to, sometimes. Anime Tetris, my beloved. The funny thing, too, is, back in, like, that high school college transition period, one of my friend groups, we were thinking about, doing a Puyo cosplay and everything like that or so. So that was something that could have won? What the heck am I saying here? Could have been on the docket for me to really have, and say when it comes to for my cosplay repertoire, because I know I got what's his face? I got myself a Sid cosplay lined up. I had gotten a blue shirt. I had painted it with like his little like emblem on it or so. That's where I got my red contacts back then, all the way back in the day. Red, and then I already had my blue contacts from another cosplay, so just got to use that all together. But we never actually got around to making that group cosplay a actual reality, just mostly because COVID hit around that time, so it kind of killed our ability to play Puyo Puyo together in person, and well, that, you know, that killed the idea on the ground, exactly so. Unfortunate, but what more can you really say at that point then? I should have been looking ahead when building, but I have zone. So I can clear the board. Clear the board a little bit. Oh, I was looking at the wrong piece. Ah, that's horrible. Okay, you know what? We are not bailing ourselves out at all here today, everybody. In fact, I think I've done a lot worse activating the zone more than anything here. But it's alright, it's alright. I think you told me about that once? Yeah, but once again, something I never got on the ground running. I still have the Sid shirt in my closet, funny enough. But it's just kind of rotting there. I haven't worn it out once ever at all, and, well, it's just a hurt. A hurt? Cruzy, you okay? Oh my god, you are not okay. You are very much so not okay at the moment, Cruzy. It's just a shirt with, yeah, Sid's emblem on it. What more can you really say about it at that point, then? Alright, we're fine. Wine pieces galore. I'll just go ahead and stat that downwards, because then I can just slot in. Yep, my wine's down here. Perfect and well enough. And then we can just start clearing the board. Alright, way better, way better, way better. But it could be something that gets on the table once again in the future if I don't have more cosplay plans necessarily lined up. Why did I swap pieces? There's literally, I recognized in my mind's eye that there is no good reason to swap it all there, and then I just pressed the button and just said her. Oh well. I have one deadline that I still just want to get rid of, so I need to keep working towards that. But it could be something there, because it was me as Sig. I think we had Satan and Arl lined up for my friends that wanted to do it all. So yeah, that's just you know, old high school to college memories of what could have been all those years ago for my cosplay side of things. Of course, once again, didn't work out. Not gonna be too salty about it. Because the biggest thing too, we were going to. That's when a good amount of my group was getting into sewing. So we were gonna sew the little we're gonna sew together little cute Puyo blobs and everything like that or so. It would have been the cutest thing ever. And then COVID once again dashed our hopes and dreams for conventions that year. So thanks COVID as always. But it is what it is. Can't say much more than that then, right? Yeah, activate zone because I don't want to deal with how horrible I've left this arrangement here. Because yeah, that totally left nothing to the imagination for how I could start any pieces otherwise. We're gonna take it. Fun. I'm trying to take advantage of zone before it ends, and then you absolutely just beef a piece like that. And locked in place! I want to turn it one more time! Oh my goodness. Stop using zone, Cruzy. You are absolutely just pure macaroni and beefing it. What is this? It's disgusting. It's ill. Okay, it actually doesn't look as bad now. But yeah. How'd your get together on Friday go, by the way? Did y'all have a good enough time and all? Y'all get your food and everything like that too, Amy? Also, I didn't get to respond to your last comment as well. Yeah, how often are you going to that bakery? I went there once with my family. And I mean, now and then I do see pictures assorted from our group. But if you're going there enough that they're expecting you as, here's our favorite regular. You good? You good, mate? Because I find that humorous more than a point of ridicule, but then again, I need to rib at you. Just parentheses, in a friendly manner, close parentheses. They have good breads, okay? I'm not denying that. It was very good when I had it there. But also, like, you're going there so much that when the response is, I was wondering when you show up, I think that's just, that's a very big mark on you as a customer on that end of, I'm now the assigned regular here. Huh. Shoot. Alright. Start working your way down, Cruzy. It's not a bad situation by any means. Alright, it's Deece. Set up a T-spin. I say set up a T-spin, and then I put the line piece down there. I thought I had one more line of leeway, but it's fine. Go there once a week with Nuko. Ended up getting $3 kimbap from the national market since IKEA doesn't do takeout. Yeah. I should have asked y'all about that too. So apologies on that end, since it is, yeah, very much so. It is restaurant coded. You're supposed to sit down and enjoy that food on that end, unless you go to the little market side. So that is just how it goes. Sorry. I once again, I feel like that's a my B moment. I should have asked y'all before, besides just the whole, yeah, just gonna come by, get your food, and go out. It's just always, you know, excitable for me of just saying, yeah, friends are visiting work. Because what other fun am I going to make for myself there at work and all? Yeah, I gotta make my own fun. Oh my goodness gracious. What the heck is this, Cruzy? What kind of summer home are you building here? Yeah, I need to clear the board right now. So, zone will be a very good use right here. I say as I keep cutting off my lanes to clear the board, exactly so. Okay, maybe not. This was actually one of my best zones of this, of my night so far, actually. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. That was way, way better. I thought they did, but oh well. I mean, yeah, I know that they don't myself, but it didn't click on me at the time. But also, when we were all together there that one night, I was kind of running on fumes after really pushing myself, I feel, for overall mental energy. So I don't think the question really did come up to that end. But still, that is a verified Maybe moment. Should have asked y'all about it. So, Maybe. Sometimes a PPT night. Found it before we got there. Okay. Fair enough. And yeah, so I'm saying, if we can get more just hangouts, just of course, yeah, going to the arcades, of course, great and all, but that's our status, that's our standard for what we expect. If we can find more times to hang out at people's houses, I'm saying that when mine is usually just not an option, just due to it's mostly just due to I don't want to go through the kit and caboodle of cleaning up more, because my parents always have to just like make it a point of saying, hey, if you're gonna have guests over, you have to clean for like 5 hours beforehand, and then a little bit, and then you have to make sure that you accommodate them to the best of your ability. I'm not saying that's something that I shouldn't be doing in the first place at all, but it's more on just the fact that, oh my goodness, they are. Well, it's more of my mom more than anything. I swapped for no good reason. This is absolutely a travesty because I'm building 3 lanes and I don't know why. Just hit some lanes. I need to just take down what my current focus is. Make it simple for me. Better. Yeah, I just want to have more nights out with just the gang or so. It doesn't always have to be dinner, since, you know, we're gonna be eating on that end. But if we can just casually hang and everything like that, that'd be great. Isn't that your job as a maid? There's a difference between it's like, have you seen Zenwa Zone Zero, or like any or do you know much about the content about it? I feel like Ellen Joe right now. It's like, yes, I'm a maid, but I still have my on duty and off duty hours, and when I want to relax and all now. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to get to this T-spin in time, considering how the speed is absolutely going to pound me into dust here if I don't just keep myself on an okay level. I will go ahead and use my zone, because I just want to just start clearing whatever I can out of this board. Now I say that as I have cleared exactly 2 lines, and I've absolutely beefed another few more that'll go to this overall tally today. Yeah, that was absolutely horrible zone again, Cruzy, but what? It's fine. Chart made its peak character design. Dude, the thing that I can't get over, that's just rent free in my, and so I'm like, Zenwa Zone Zero, it is a character action game, and yeah, it's by Horio, so of course they already have their great history with Honkai and everything like that or so, but I actually chose to not get into it, mostly just because I did, because when I was trying to download it on the Epic Game Launcher, it kept bricking and just saying, hey, game won't download and shit, so I just said fuck it. Instead of getting to play it on day 1 and released, it just didn't download, so I said no to it, which makes me really sad to myself now on the side, because of course all my friends are playing it, so I'm just, you know, sitting here and seeing it. And of course, Victoria Housekeeping Company, Von Wyken can be for whatever other people need him in his life, but there's Maids. And Ellen Joe's chair was just her going, alright, here you go, master. Made with lots of love. In the most uninterested voice. Is both a mood with how, you know, she doesn't want to work overtime and all, and also, oh, that's a strength free in my mind. Shark Maid is real good. It really is. Sorry, it's just Shark Maid watchers, boys. A lot of people are trolling down on it, and I'm definitely thinking to myself here, it wouldn't be an isolated issue, but it still did turn me off from playing the game, because also, Epic Game Launcher sucks. But how you doing, Austin? How you doing tonight? Let me just have some water real quick. Excuse me. Alright, we're good. You're tired, but you're practicing drawing? Yeah. I was debating about maybe making part of the stream an art stream tonight, because I really have so much motivation to start grinding through and trying to finish my Rabbit and Steel mod. Because I already said it to Crimson earlier on how I'm not putting myself on any timer necessarily when it comes to, or any release date for when I want to put out my Rabbit and Steel mod of me, playable Cruzy itself, and itself, I'm not debasing myself, of myself in the game, but there very much so is a lot of work that still does need to be done for the mod itself, and I'm not finding the best chance to work on it whenever it comes to, just because I'm real tired when it comes to after some days at work. And it doesn't run well to my energy when I have to keep, when I just say, alright, pulling out the tablet, let's start drawing this sprite from scratch, let's start drawing this over, because I'm not an artist, and even though that is just very first world problem artist woes here, I'm also speaking from the heart when I say, dude, I'm tired from work, and I'm trying to put in very real creative effort, and not trying to skip on my own details, and it's a lot of work. Says me, once again, privileged enough to have a job and then have a little bit of time to then work on my own passion projects on the side. You can't speak from anywhere, Cruzy. Nah. That's just me being very ableist towards my own free time and myself here. But, jokes aside, or so, I was debating about maybe doing that more or so as a potential streaming thing, but I don't think I would be as entertaining when I'm drawing compared to when I'm playing games like these or so, because I have a clear defined way that I can just turn off my brain if I'm playing something like this, yeah, like Tetris, because my brain can just at least associate the patterns and just kind of autopilot well enough, as you're seeing me do here. But with drawing, I'm gonna keep nitpicking at every little detail for my own good, of course, to get better as an artist, but also then it's just gonna be me going, no. So I don't think I'd be as good of an entertainer when it comes to that end, versus when it comes to me playing, then playing video games themselves. Okay, just rotate it over, because I can't reach it over the hurdle. It's fine. But that's my own assessment of myself. Of course, people could be free to disagree and say, nah, Cruzy, you'd be great at drawing on screen, and you could gaslight me into making an absolute fool of myself. But I don't think I'd be a good